Yeah. So hello and welcome back. So last video we have understand about how to fetch data from the server using Angular. Okay, and so in this video we're going to understand how to handle the errors in Angular. Okay, for example, um, if you see the source code, we are actually fetching data from service. Yep. See, when you go to service, yes. So I'm gonna fetch data from this particular URL, and when you send a request for this particular URL, and you will be getting this data and it's printed is on the screen here. That's fine. But what if the server is down? Okay, or what if you made a wrong request? Okay, so we can't make the server down because it's not our server. Okay, so I'll just make an extra s here, some extra character. So this will become a wrong URL, correct? So for example, if you copy this, I paste it. So this is the proper URL. You got the data. But when you make some wrong URL and enter, you won't get anything. Generally, you're supposed to get the error, correct? Okay. So the same way, I have changed the URL and I'm trying to send a request from my client. So the moment when I click on this button, nothing has come. There is no data has come. But when I go and inspect the console, see you get the 404 error in the console window. Got it? Okay, so we are unable to get the the server data and we are get 404 because the URL which you have requested, which is not existed in this server. Okay, so these type of URLs and how to handle, and we don't need them in a console log, and we want to print them on the UI because your customer will not go and check the console window. They are not that technical persons, right? The end user is not that technical person to understand this error message. Okay, so we have to print them on the screen itself. Okay, so how to handle the errors in Angular? So see here, we return a service, right? So along with the service, you have to create another method, and that will handle the errors from which HTTP client is getting. Okay. For that, you have a code of it. So you can search in Google Angular HTTP error handling. Okay, just search for Angular HTTP error handling, and you will be getting this URL communicating with backend services with HTTP. So when you go there, see communicating with backend services using HTTP. This is what we are actually doing. So in this, you can find server. You can find somewhere right side handling error requests. Yes. So handling request errors from HTTP client, that is, yes, exactly this function. Okay, so they have written a function that will take the error which is receiving from the server. Okay, HTTP error response, and based on that they have categorized it. It can be a client side error, it can be a server side error. So they have categorized it. So this is the function or method you have to write. So just copy this and I go to my user service and I'll paste it. Okay, so private error handler, and there is a it takes a parameter error of type HTTP error response, and this will import automatically Angular common HTTP, this one, this class. If not, you have to import manually. And then okay, so you got this error.status is equal to, there is a console.log, else there is a console.log, return throw the error as this one. Okay, now um, what happened to how to call it? See, how to call this method is, see here. So once you have done the get request, there is a function called pipe. In that you have to call catch error and this one. So what he's saying is dot pipe, in that catch error of this dot error handler. That's all. Okay, so this is the way you need to handle the error. Okay, handle error, let's receive. Okay, sir, how can we catch this error then? Yeah, we are calling it, but how can we catch it? You can catch it in your component. Okay, so let's move on to the component, user list component. Yeah, in this user list component, see here, once you have subscribed to the service, you receive the successful data. So the data is a sense a successful data from the server. And we also attach an extra thing called error, right? So this will throw you an error which something goes wrong. So how did you catch this type of error message is, um, see, in the subscribe method, there is a callback, right? So first callback is for successful data. There is another callback, the second callback, comma, in the subscribe method only, another callback. So in this, see, error. So you will receive the error and you may make console.log of error. So let's see what can be. You know what this error belongs to? So this will be the final error which is throwing from this function called handle error. What is that? Something bad happened. Please try again later. So this will get printed in the console.log. You want to see that? Go check. Back here, I refresh. When you see the console, nothing is there. And when I click on get users button, when I click on it, you didn't get the data. But if you go back here, see, you got the message, something bad happened, please try again later. Okay, and you also got a 404 from the backend and you receive empty body, right? So this backend return the code 404 body was empty. This is all coming from your this thing. See, backend return the code 404 and body was the empty error, empty data, right? These all the things is coming. Yeah. So I need to print this particular message on the screen. So you want to print something on the screen, it must be there in a state, right? You can bind the state data to the HTML, the user interface. So what I do is, I will be receiving this error. So this error, I'll take another variable, public error message of type string is equal to empty string as of now. Okay. Now what I do is, this particular error, I'll set it. Instead of console.log, I say this dot error message is equal to the error. So whatever the error you receive, I am setting into my local variable called error message. And this error message I want to display. Okay. Initially you can take like it can be string or undefined. You can just initialize with undefined. So this can be no error when initially. When I click on the button, you may get the errors and this will get filled. Okay. So fine. Now, based on the condition, if error message is there, I want to print it. So where you want to print after the button, before the table or anywhere. So let's go to HTML. See, this is the code for displaying a table, right? And below, I mean above that, I'll take another section with a class. Sorry, not dynamic margin top 3, one container, one row, and one single column, and just say p.h4, let's say text danger. Can I print the message called error message? Okay, so you check. Of course you won't get anything because it was by default is undefined. You can also have conditions over here. I write like this star ng if error message. If error message is populate with some data, then print it. And here, what about this successful data to be printed in the table? You will write, this is one condition and error message is not there. So there is no error message. Okay. So if error message is there, you print the error message. If no error message and the length is greater than 0, and then you print this. Okay. So now check, it is just completely empty. And when I click on get users, see, you get the error message, something bad happened, please try again later. Okay, something bad happened, please try again later. So this is your customized message, correct? And where is this coming from? Your service, this thing. So instead you want to print this type of error messages also. You may write something like this. You let's take uh, error message of type string is equal to an empty string you take, and you if you want to add up all these things you can add. So let's say error message plus is equal to backtick, or else you can do like this, just is equal to an error occurred. Okay, if it is a client side error you get this error occurred, and then you just say error dot error. Okay, just instead of console.log I will take up that into the variable called error message, and here also error message is equal to, I'll just take up the complete thing, no comma, let's take error dot error. Okay, so you may comment this console.log if not required. I think I should comment the whole thing. Okay, so error message I have taken that to here, and then you can keep the console.log keep on, and finally you have to throw the error, right? So I say here error message plus is equal to, just add up an extra thing, call this one. Okay, add it. So now your error message contains either client error or server error along with this information. And finally, instead of throwing this empty message, I say error message. Okay, so I just add up the categorized message, error message, and along with my own information, and I have made this. Okay, fine. And now if you wish we can make some slash n, it will display in the next line. Okay, done. So now when nothing to change because you already done the uh, component for fetching data, so just refresh and click on get user. See, you got something like this. Backend returns the code 404 and body was empty objects, and something bad happened, please try again later. So the detailed error message has received over here, and if you want to make a smaller text instead of a bigger text like this, you can make that. For example, you write a small tag. Okay, instead of p tag you write a small tag, and there is no class called h4. Okay, a small error message gonna print like this. Okay, so this is how you're gonna handle the errors. And if I go and change the URL back to the proper one, okay, then you just click on it, so you got data. Okay, and if something server down or you made some wrong URL request, then you will be getting the error response. So this is how you will handle the errors in Angular with HTTP requests. So this is how you handle it. Okay, so that's all enough for this error handling, and let's see another concepts in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.